Baseball was always part of his life from the very beginning.
And I really made it a goal of mine to strive to play Division I baseball. You know, I worked every day to reach that goal.
He was so focused on becoming better baseball that I think he starts off with a lot of trust for the coaches. And so whatever they've asked or needed, I think he's always tried to do.
Certainly the legacy he'll leave here at Bradley is, one of the better hitters to ever walk through this place.
I first started playing baseball when I was 4. Growing up, played a little bit of soccer when I was younger, but mainly stuck to basketball and baseball through high school.
Daniel was a very strong-willed child and very determined. He always went above and beyond in everything he did. Baseball was always part of his life from the very beginning. He'd be out in the backyard and with all his friends, and he was the coach and the umpire and in control of everything. He liked things to go his way. He loved playing, and that's what they did constantly. Sports were super important to Dan. Just having that consistent and constructive activity.
What we tried to instill was pretty basic, be honest, work hard, give your best, you'll make mistakes. During high school, he played for the high school team, played for the travel team. He had a good freshman year, played on the JV a little bit. When he was on the JV, he had another good year, got a few games in on the varsity. And then when he got to the varsity level, he, I think, was one of the top hitters in the area. One year he was an all-stater. He was so focused on becoming better baseball that I think he starts off with a lot of trust for the coaches. And so whatever they've asked or needed, I think he's always tried to do.
Early in my high school career, I really started to get serious with baseball, going into the Outlaws program, and I really made it a goal of mine to strive to play Division I baseball. I worked every day to reach that goal.
Outlaws was a great experience for him. He met a lot of different kids outside of his, high school, and he really enjoyed that.
I think it was the first time he saw pitching that had a variety of pitches that could be thrown at him. So I think he learned a lot his first year. It took him about a year to catch on to that.
The decision for me to ultimately come here was just this. Bradley was the best opportunity for me to play at the highest level possible. And that was at the Division I level, which was my goal in high school. Knowing how good the Missouri Valley Conference is, I couldn't pass up the opportunity to play here.
He had big plans to go far, far away into a big school, and as he went and started seeing other schools, and especially through travel ball and getting on other campuses and that type of thing, we kept getting closer to home and smaller and smaller. Dan had been talking with Quincy University, and Coach Theron was there at the time as the assistant coach.
I actually recruited Dan Bolt to Quincy University, where I was at before Bradley, between my stints at Bradley, I should say. When I got to meet him and be around him, I realized there was going to be a learning curve, both baseball-wise and just kind of growing up, like so many freshmen have.
Bradley was who kind of offered him the opportunity to really, say that you can come be on the team and show us what you can do.
We were pretty comfortable with it because we knew that his work ethic and just desire for the game would eventually get him there, the playing opportunity.
And then a few months later, I was hired to come back here. So I came into contact with Dan for the first time in the summer going into his senior year. And then ironically, wound up coaching him here, which has been awesome.
Coach Kyle tells him like it is, and that's what Dan needs to hear. He is he doesn't like to be patted on the back unless it's, deserved, and he doesn't like to be told things with fluff. He wants to know, and Dan can take it.
Coach Kyle's been very good with Dan, working with him on his hitting, supporting him, so forth.
It was really easy to see, as a freshman that he had a chance to be a really special player, and that's definitely what you're seeing now.
My first 2 years, I was preferred walk-on.
His freshman year was tough because he wasn't on the field all the time. He was that player that went in to pinch hit at the end when he had been sitting on the bench. So that was nerve-wracking for him and for us.
And then I was able to get scholarship money come my junior year. So that was definitely something exciting to prove some people wrong there.
We definitely were happy when the scholarship money came eventually, and at the beginning it was, you know, they said you have the opportunity to earn this, so it's what you are willing to put into it. We wanted him to get a degree. That was going to be first. His first priority was baseball, but ours was the degree, and so we knew that if he came here, he would get a very good degree.
I have to give all my development credit to my teammates and my coaches, starting with Coach Theron and Coach Dominguez, giving me the opportunity to go out there and prove my ability.
He's talented. He's a really talented kid, on the field, off the field, everything. But it also says a lot about the way he was raised to come in and be able to handle some adversity of, you know, maybe not being considered one of the top dogs coming in. And, you know, certainly the legacy he'll leave here at Bradley is, you know, one of the better hitters to ever walk through this place.
I've been with Dan for 3 years now. When I first came here, obviously he was already a stud then. He's still a stud now, but he definitely just knows how to get the guys fired up. He comes every single practice, and he is on one at every single practice. He is probably one of our best hitters on the team.
Dan's my guy. We've been playing here for 5 years now, so we've really got to know each other. We've got a special bond coming in together as freshmen, and, you know, he's the type of guy that's going to be invited to my wedding.
When I made the choice to come here, I knew this was the best place for me to develop as a baseball player and best opportunity to play the game at the highest level I can.
It will be exciting to see what the outcome of all of this really is. If it's baseball, great. If it's, you know, a career in finance, which is what his degree's in, then that's great too. We truly just want him to be in the place that he's meant to be, and I feel confident that whichever direction he goes, he'll be successful.
What every parent wishes for their kid when they're born is obviously that they'll end up going through school, make it to college and graduate. Throwing in Division I baseball that's a real extra.
The baseball side of it, you know, one of the better hitters I've had the blessing of coaching. You could see him grow year to year as a player for sure, but, you know, I think more importantly, just as a person, he's matured, he's developed, he's really, you know, become a really cool young man to be around.
My time here at Bradley has been a true blessing. Coach has given me an opportunity to come in here and prove myself, and they let me do that. I feel like I've just grown as a person, you know, off the field as well, matured a lot, and I have to give a lot of that credit to our coaching staff, along as my parents, you know, keeping me disciplined on and off the field.